season 2 of Low End Theories podcast. This is your girl V.
What up, y'all? This is Sam. Welcome to season 2, man. Glad to have y'all here. How you been, V?
Oh man, I've been doing good. Nothing but abundance and blessings and good things happening, along with crazy shit happening too.
Hell yeah, it ain't been a loss to none of that shit. Like since we've been gone, like everything that happened. Shit, everything that happened.
Oh my gosh, like I'm just getting over being sick, so I'm feeling a lot better now. Thank goodness. Had a little stomach bug. And it was like equivalent to like childbirth as far as the pain.
Damn. Oh, well, no parts of that shit.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that's good. But other than that, everything has been on the up and up. I've been, just living my whole little single life, going out, having a good time, just doing me.
That's what's up, man. Shit, you look. Even though you said that you was, sick at the gills earlier this weekend or whatever, you still look good, man. You look decent. You don't look like you've been in no fights or no shit. So,
oh my god.
So it look like you ain't been fucking nobody else, man, or no shit. Like some of these other motherfuckers out here.
Man.
Ooh, shit,
I leave that to everybody else. I don't break up no happy homes or even unhappy homes. I don't set foot in nobody else's home like that. That's not my shit.
Man, you got to leave that shit to the professionals.
Keep your man over there, sis. I'm good.
So let's get into it, man. So what's going on with this? Like, I don't know this dude. So like the first time I'm seeing it, the first time I'm hearing about him is the first time I'm seeing like him holding this woman's hand who looked like she just woke up, and he telling people in third person that he's sorry. So
okay.
Like,
so for
what's the grits on this shit?
So for those who haven't been informed of what's been going on, we're speaking of Mr. Derek Jackson, which has been all over fucking social media this past week. He is like a relationship coach or something / author.
Child,
Maybe self-proclaimed.
Pull the mic a little bit closer to you.
Okay, maybe self-proclaimed, but yeah. So he just aired a little bit of his dirty laundry online, and basically came on the live with his wife that was looking like a fucking puppeteer sitting on his goddamn knee holding hands and shit, talking about some how he done fucked up and he done told his wife that he fucked up and she know and she just sitting there nodding and shit, looking stupid. Like, I just have way too many questions about this shit because first of all, how the fuck did, your husband let you come on this shit looking toe the fuck up like that? You know what I'm saying? Now, granted,
that's what I was thinking. That was the first thing I was thinking.
Don't get me wrong. It's not all about the looks. It's not. But if we coming on here and you making this so-called confession about cheating, okay, I need to be looking fly. Like, okay, yeah, he cheated on me. I'm gonna be looking good. Like, I ain't gonna be looking like a bum. I'm just saying. Okay. Then they put the side by.
I don't want it to get to a point where we thinking like, okay, well, the looks over everything. But at the end what the first thing that was in my mind was like, man, so he looked like he together or whatever. Why she look like he just pulled her ass out the kitchen or some shit and told her to sit down and let me talk to you. And then instead of me talking to you, I'm gonna have my other man talk to you, but we gonna talk about what I did together. Like it was some of the most retarded shit I ever seen in my life. And then on top of that, so I'm watching. I see that, and I see her nodding and shit and grinning at now and then to the side or whatever. So I'm like, okay, well maybe you know what I mean. Like maybe she didn't forgave him and all of this other type of shit or whatever. Who am I to judge? I don't put my relationship business online because I know at the end of the day it ain't shit but entertainment for motherfuckers. So I was like, okay, well, somebody should go get her, because if this ain't, if it ain't what it is, if he just did all of this and it looked like ain't nothing really sinking in with her. So if this ain't really sunk in with her yet, that he just brought her on global television looking two steps removed from Ancient Mama and shit, talking about he's sorry, but he ain't sorry. He ain't sorry.
Oh,
He didn't
gosh.
say I'm sorry. He said such and such is sorry. like, I had never seen no shit like that before in my life. So I'm like, okay, when it come around to her, when she finally get it, she gonna fuck dude up.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't sleep in that house. Like I do something like that. Like I already ran through the brawl, and then what they were saying was he got caught in his own bed. That's what they were saying. So not only that, like you bringing her on or whatever, and then she looking crazy. I'm like, man, somebody need to go get her before she fuck dude up. Come and find out, she instantly get on the y'all don't know my struggle, y'all don't know my hustle shit. Like she just started professing all of the love for Jesus, and oh
Yeah,
man.
because there was a response video that she made to the people that was making comments about her looks or lack thereof. And she came on that video and homegirl had on the same Scully or whatever the fuck it was that was on top of her head. I'm still not sure it was
She
Scully,
had
Bonnie,
she
I
had the
don't know.
Morton's girl. She had the Morton's girl bonnet on real
Then
quick.
she had on the camouflage sweatshirt or whatever. And she come on there talking about some, yeah, not verbatim or anything, but to everybody that's making, comments about my looks or whatever, I am armed by the blood of Jesus or some shit. Sis,
She said anointed. She said anointed.
anointed by the blood of Jesus or something, and that was her armor. It ain't make sense. It sounds like some brainwash type shit to me, but
Man,
sis,
as soon as people get hurt and they start saying if it wasn't for Jesus or if it wasn't for the blood of Christ, as soon as they start saying that shit, okay, I guess. So that's just like I just don't I'll never understand that shit. Like for him to put her through all of that shit and then to be the embodiment of everything he was talking against. Fam, you just embarrassed the shit out of her. I couldn't stand for that. Like if it was me, nah, pimp, we gonna have a problem. Like you can't sleep here. Like I wouldn't even think like it would be okay for me to just be okay. Well, I'm gonna go to sleep now. I'm not snoring next to this bed. Are you nuts? I'm not, man. I'm not gonna do none of that shit. I'm up. Like, man, I'm gonna give you a couple of days. That's what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna lay next to
yeah,
you.
no, no,
Crazy as
no, no,
hell.
no, no. Like none of it makes sense. But it's like at the end of the day, like he's not fucking perfect. Nobody's perfect. Let's put it right on out there. Nobody's fucking perfect. But don't shit happen by mistake. Like cheating is not something that happens by mistake or oh it was an accident. No, that's not how that shit fucking works. Like the last time I checked, okay, disclaimer, this shit ain't for kids, but last time I checked, ain't no dick just mistakenly fell off in my Hello Kitty by mistake. Like it just
So you gonna say, wait a minute. So you gonna say, excuse my French, and then be vulgar with the dick.
I did. I did.
You gonna be vulgar and
I
say
did.
dick. And then censor
I
Hello
did.
Kitty. Wow.
I sure
Wow.
did. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow. But I mean, yeah, I mean, mistakes don't happen. Like if you go here and you know that if you go here, this is what's gonna happen, then
It's a conscious decision.
yeah, I mean, you consciously went over there to go, saying to go get laid or whatever. So I'm not. That don't be what really pisses me off. What pisses me off is that these dudes that man bash and when they're giving relationship advice and they means of doing so is to male bash and to say what men need to do in order to keep their wives happy or to keep their spouse, their significant others happy and respected and all of this other shit. And then they flip and then they do all of this other shit or whatever. And then people act shocked or people get mad or any of this other shit. Like, he's still a dude. Like, I'm not listening to his mom. I had never heard of him before. So I don't take advice from people online no fucking way.
Yeah,
But
no, I never really followed him. Like, I've heard his name and, these quotes, and I've heard that he was supposed to be like this relationship expert and, how you're supposed to treat your wife, your queen, your black queen, and this and that. But look at what you're doing to your black queen. You know what I'm saying?
so she looked like a peasant when she was on that I'm sorry video. She looked like a peasant. But
Oh my
then, okay,
gosh.
so then we fast forward to later on the day,
Mm-hmm.
and he put a screenshot of the book up. Like, so they got a book coming out. How to
Yeah.
survive after you cheat in a Christian home or some shit like that. I'm like, oh, okay, so
Right.
it was all just a publicity stunt then. It was just for the cash then. So
Yeah.
it just kind of muted everybody reactions then. It made them moot. Like, what the fuck was you getting upset about? And these motherfuckers ain't doing nothing but trying to cash in on an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely. Yeah, so I mean, I feel the same way because now since this book release is in place, it's like, okay, you want to get yourself relevant in social media and have people buzzing about you so you can get your book sales up. But if you look at it in a different light, that too may backfire because who the fuck is about to listen to your relationship advice?
oh, it's somebody for everything. Like, if he already got that, they already had the book cover be like, it was one for it was two people kissing and they had the font picked out and the size and all of that shit already sorted. Like, it was, if that was his hand and that was his book, that shit was a horrible chess move, but it was a move. I guess, man. But like I said, I don't take relationship advice from people online. I don't generally take advice from people anyway.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
if
even take relationship advice from people I know.
like, I would rather you teach me what you know, and I'll build off of that. But to just be taking, like, hey man, can you tell me what the best way to do this? That, nah, man, I'm not doing that with you, man. Fuck you. Because I can't rely on the fact, I can't rely on you giving me real, like a factual, you know what I'm saying, something factual. Like, you could just be telling me something just to be telling me something. Like, no, man,
Absolutely.
you need to do it that way, because if you don't do it this way, then da da da. Man, I'm straight, man. I'm not asking you shit. Straight up, I
True
ain't
that,
asking you
true
shit.
that, true that. I'm with you on that. So, in other bullshit news, I'm just kind of recapping what's been going on over the last couple of weeks. Okay, so what are your thoughts on Mr. Kirk Franklin cussing out his 33-year-old son?
I almost forgot about that. I almost forgot about that.
Okay, so for those that maybe don't know, I think we all kind of know, but I'm looking at the little report here online here. So there was a little back and forth going on the phone, and it was recorded with Kirk Franklin, Mr. Stomp himself, and his 33-year-old son, and he said, "quote You need to get your skinny motherfucking ass back out the goddamn way before I put my foot in your ass. I will break your neck if you ever disrespect me." What's wrong with that?
Not shit. Not
Listen.
shit. Because he grown. Like, it when they first said he was talking to his son crazy and shit. Well, when I saw the caption said he was cursing his son out, I was like, damn, Kurt Franklin cursing out a kid. So that's what I initially thought. I thought he was cursing out a child, like You know what I'm
This
saying?
is
Like
a
a
whole adult.
teenager, some shit like that. So I'm watching this shit and I hear him kirk out like that. Man, don't you ever disrespect me, motherfucker. I'm like, okay. So what's going on? Then come to find out he 33, he damn near 40. Like, he was just talking to a grown man. He was just talking to another man. Like that's all it was. And the killer part of it was that he called him a bitch ass nigga, and he turned around and put that shit on the internet like a bitch ass nigga. Wow.
Really? I mean, come on now. First of
You just
all,
gonna
like
live
you
up to your promise, huh?
said, we're not talking about no child here. We're talking about a whole grown ass dude. And I'm with Kirk on this. Like, listen, if you're gonna disrespect me, hell yeah, I'm gonna cuss your ass out and maybe do some other things too. We're not talking about an 8-year-old, a 10-year-old. We're talking about a 33-year-old man. So if you disrespecting me, then yeah, like don't think that just because this man go to church 3 times a week or however many times he go to church and he got gospel albums and shit too, like he not allowed to curse. Like them motherfuckers do the most. The same motherfuckers that be right there in the church do the most bullshit. Please believe that. So I don't understand why everybody was so surprised or felt like, you know, that was something he shouldn't have been doing. You shouldn't curse at your kids. Fuck that.
Because just
Fuck
like
them kids.
just like just like how that, like, we know that there are people in the church that um don't live right, that Bible thumpers, like just how we know, like, there are people like that in the church or whatever. There are also those that are quick to judge other people that's inside the church
Mhm.
based off of their actions. Like, you should be living this way, you should be doing this, you should talk this way. And if you was a Christian, or if you believed in the same God, my Jesus, don't let people talk like that, or you ain't supposed to talk like that. So by when you have people like that subscribe to that train of thought, they liable to think any motherfucking thing. They liable to think that if you can, that they just liable to think that you can treat people however it is that you want to, and you just supposed to pray on it. You just supposed to, like, let things go, and you're not supposed to say anything about it, or you're not supposed to lose your cool about it. And that's just not realistic. Like, man, as soon as that shit happened, they started playing DL Hughley. He had a comedy special where he was talking about Kurt. He said, "Man, watch, man. One of these days you're gonna look up and Kurt Franklin gonna be cursing somebody the fuck out." And it was like 20 years ago, and then they started playing that shit.
Yeah.
Like, it was funny as hell. But, like, it's you. I don't think that you can judge him based off of one time that you hear him angry.
Yeah.
Like, if all of the things, or all of the things that he's demonstrated has been what he has professed would be righteous. So
Mhm.
the way that he's been living has been righteous. So him getting angry one time and cursing out another grown ass man that did the type of shit that he did at the end, instead of, and then plus, you don't know what happened before that. Like, you don't know what happened before that 15-second clip where dude was getting his ass handed to him. Like, none
Yeah.
of us know.
Because
So
apparently something happened where Kirk felt disrespected. So I'm not sure what that was. I don't see that in the article what that was. But of course, this just looks to me like, okay, I'm in my feelings now. I'm hurt. My dad said some bullshit to me that hurt my feelings, so I'm finna out this on social media or out it on the internet or whatever, because now you're seeking sympathy.
yeah,
That's what it looks like to me.
it definitely looked like he was trying to build a case for either being threatened or some abuse or some shit like that. Because, like, right toward the end of the excuse me, right toward the end of the video, he said, was that a threat? Did he just threaten me? So I think that what he was trying to do was to get some sympathy in order to say that his dad was threatening him and shit. Then when he put that shit online, everybody was just calling him a bitch. So nobody was on his side or whatever. And
It backfired.
it backfired. So then his mom got on. You know, his mama started doing radio shows and shit and saying how he ain't shit. And then Ricky Smiley got up there and said he know him and he ain't shit. I mean, everybody started saying like this dude ain't shit. So at that point, it's like, okay, well, it is what it is at this
Maybe
point.
you had that coming to you. Like,
Yeah. Some people have it coming. Like you
Mhm.
act the ass for so long, man. Sometimes, man, shit. Sometimes you just need to get told. Like, man, hey, yeah, man, you acting like a bitch right now. So whatever.
Yeah, you
Whatever.
disrespecting me, and I'm gonna let you know, hey, I'm Pops. You ain't finna disrespect me. I will put what he said. I will
Oh
put
my
my
God, you
foot.
read it word for word.
That's funny to me. I will put my foot in your ass. Yes, let the motherfuckers know. I will put my foot in your narrow ass. Yes, let them know.
Man, that shit was good. And then like I just think that the overall reaction to it was bad because you can't, like, not knowing what the background of it is and you just going off of what it is that you see in that 15 seconds. You can't judge them based off of that because you don't know what that
Absolutely.
dude did. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what that dude did. And until you get the caption that that's his son, you don't know what that dude means to him or what he put him through or any of that other type of shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, like, but like I said, man, generally in that church, you know, they do shit like that. Like, they quick to say that you're wrong without having all of the facts. You know what I'm saying? Just based off of a perception. You know what I'm saying? Just based off of a perception. But
Very judgmental, very hypocritical. Like that's just how it is.
hey man, but they all anointed.
All right.
That's what they all end up saying. I'm just going off of what they all end up saying. They all end up saying I'm anointed,
Mm-hmm.
covered in the blood.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna let that one go. I'm gonna let that one go.
Boy, it's gonna be a rough episode, boy. I tell you, boy.
No. I'm being good, because we discussed how I need to watch some of the shit that I say. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Who
watching it
who who you discussed that with?
with
Because
you.
it wasn't me. Shit, what the fuck was I? Because man, shit, was my headphones on? Like when was this discussion?
Because we had a discussion. We did. I don't know
When
if
the
you were
fuck you started listening to me? Shit, that's news to me too. Shit, like what? Hold on, I don't know nothing about none of that shit.
oh, whatever.
Trying to put me? You ain't finna put me in it.
You
My name,
already did
my
it.
name is Bennett, and I ain't in it.
Okay, whatever. So, in the next news, moving right along. Okay, so have you seen all this bullshit that's been happening down here in Miami, spring break week?
Oh man, you can't miss it, man. It's motherfuckers everywhere. You can't miss that. Like man, I'm surprised you can walk out your house without bumping into a motherfucker.
Well, I live in the suburbs. I don't live.
Oh, the safe
Yeah,
suburbs. Okay, I
yeah.
mean that's fine.
Gated community. Gated
Yeah.
community.
Yeah. You got. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
24 hours. Like, yeah, man security. Like, I don't, nah, I don't fuck around with that bullshit.
Oh my God.
I pay good association fees. Like, yeah, not over here, bro.
Anyway. So what was it that led to all of that, to that mass migration of people down there?
Okay, well, the main thing really is that, due to COVID, a lot of cities are still not necessarily shut down, but at minimum capacity. So a lot of places, their clubs maybe aren't open, or maybe they're only open for a short period of time. And Miami is wide the fuck open. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can still come down here and be in the club until 5 o'clock in the morning.
Damn, why? Why though? Like,
Wow.
why?
wide open. Okay,
Why?
so of
Why is
course,
all these old motherfuckers down there? What they
and
down
but
there?
that's the whole thing, though. That's what I was getting ready to say is that usually spring break would mean college kids. But no, you got these old motherfuckers that's coming here. You know what I'm saying? Nathaniel, that's 43 years old, coming here for spring break. Nigga, you ain't on spring break, you on sick leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just get that all the way in the clear. You know what I'm saying? So it's not these college kids, it's these other motherfuckers that's coming down here fucking shit up.
Oh my God! Did you say he was on sick leave? Okay.
You saw the post I made earlier.
Oh my! I forgot about it just that fast. Like, wow, sick leave, Nathaniel. Why? What is it with? Why all of the old? Why all of the old? All of the old dudes got 3 syllables in their first name. What is with that? Nathaniel, Joshua. If they don't have 3 syllables, they got like a G at the end of their name or some shit like Irving,
Stop it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Woo. Yeah,
Gregory.
stop. Stanford.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh.
Like your name young than a motherfucker. Shit.
Okay, I'm the goddess of love and beauty.
You a church usher. That's what the fuck you are. Like
No, fuck you.
your name sound like you was putting somebody in the seat earlier. That's what the fuck your name sound like. Are you talking shit? Don't do that. Don't do
Mhm.
don't do that.
I
You
love
sound like
my
somebody
name.
that name sound like somebody third wife. That's what the fuck that shit sound like. You
Mhm.
sitting there talking about my name. Your motherfucker does. Boy, you better stick to the news.
This nigga. You done? You
Oh
done?
shit, yeah, I'm done, man. I'm done. Oh, I done bust out a sweat doing that shit. Oh, okay. I'm all
You
right.
good? You
Yeah,
good?
I'm good. Yeah, we good.
Okay.
We
Get your
good.
shit together.
It's together. It's together.
Okay. You better act accordingly or some shit. Like, come on, get
Oh
it together.
man, motherfucker lose one joke battle and now they all in their feelings, man. You better call
I,
it that shit.
I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. We waiting for you.
Okay, so can we get to this Ray and Ghost then? Like, can we get to that versus battle, man, between Ray and Ghost? Can we get to that
Let's
shit?
do it. Let's do it. I'm with it.
Cause damn, like I
Listen,
felt like I needed that. I needed that. Like this had been such a rough
man.
month. Like I had needed that, boy. Like
Oh my gosh. I watched it and I ain't gonna lie. I felt like I needed a hood nigga all over the fucking hand. Listen, the way Ghost came through with them damn wildies and Kurt Cole in the second session. Oh nigga. Oh,
oh my god, you too old for this bullshit.
fuck that. Fuck that shit. I feel like I needed me a hood nigga all the fuck over again. Like, yes, yes, he did that.
Well, the music,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
the the music was really
Mhm.
is really what it was that I was needing. The fact that they
Yeah,
DJs, well, I think it was DJ Thorough, and they had one. I can't remember the other DJ's name, but them two DJs was killing. Like
yeah,
they was putting on a
yeah,
motherfucking show. Like they kept the vibe. You know what I'm saying? They kept the vibe high. They kept the energy in the room real
yeah,
good, and
yeah, yeah.
it was just overall just a really really good. Like it was just a really good thing, man. Like
Yeah, it kept your
and
spirits high. Like I felt good. Like they was playing like even like before they came on and after they was playing like a lot of old cuts or whatever that you remember, like hip hop shit. Like it was just a real feel good battle. A real feel good battle. So I
Ghost
mean,
won though. Ghost definitely won
absolutely,
though.
absolutely. You know, I'm
Ghost
team Ghost
definitely
all
won.
the way. I'm team Ghost all the fucking way. But man, the battle was just amazing. They brought ODB's son out there, young dirty bastard.
I didn't see him. He must have came out right before Master Killer came out. I didn't see him.
Yeah.
I didn't see
Yeah.
him.
It was.
But
I didn't get a chance to watch it live, so I don't remember
yeah,
like
me
how
either.
many people was logged on or anything like that. So I watched it after the fact because I was sick.
Yeah, I
So
didn't get to watch it live either, but I didn't see any. I didn't see, like, normally they put the post up to show what
Mhm.
the impressions were and how many people was up there, and I haven't seen that yet. But I can't imagine that it was a low, one of those mid five, mid
Yeah,
low
I
sixes. I
would
can't
think that
imagine it was that.
all the hip hop heads was in that one. Like
Man,
I would think that it was definitely it had to touch a million. Like it had to.
and they did pretty much every song that you had wanted them to do. Like they did. Like if you was a fan of Ghost and Ray, I don't think that you left that. I don't really think that you left that verses without hearing the song that you wanted to hear. They played every fucking song
Mhm.
that you would want them to hear. And then they had guys popping in and shit. They had Capadonna there, and like
Yeah,
to have Ray and Ghost there and Capadonna, like that was, man, that was so, like I was just grinning like ear to ear and shit. Like it was just, man, it just felt good seeing all of them dudes together and shit. And then like halfway through the whole shit when Ghost did the costume change, I was like, oh man, this shit is over with. Like if it
man.
was a battle, it's over. If it
It
was a
was
battle, it's
over.
over.
It was so over. So over.
He
So
put on the
over.
blue and cream joints. That shit was over with.
And oh my gosh, yeah, I loved it. Like that was an amazing battle. So I think that was right up there with that one. And my other favorite was, of course, Jeezy and Gucci.
I can't even say that really wasn't like my second favorite or whatever, just because I didn't know enough for Gucci music.
No,
Like
I didn't either. I didn't either. Like I was Team Jeezy all the way, but I'm saying as far as like the energy, like me and the kids was hype as hell in here for Jeezy
that's
and
because y'all a
Gucci.
bunch of thugs.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I admit
Hell
to
yeah.
that. We
Half
was
you niggas got warrants right now. Shit.
I had the
Nah.
Hennessy ready and everything.
But I was like, man, it was, and especially once they played that Jodeci Freaking You remix. And I hadn't heard that in so
Oh,
long. Like I hadn't heard that in so long. Like I got a Ghost and Ray playlist or whatever at Amazon, but I hadn't heard that remix in so long, man. I was like, oh my God, this shit. I'm like, it was just, man, it was everything. And then Ray did his verse and Ghost did his. The fact that they had so many songs together, and like
hmm
sometimes, like Ray would just play. Sometimes Ray would just play his verse on his shit, and then he was like, "Nah, man, I want you to do yours right after I do mine, or I want to do mine right after you do yours." Like they was like doing that shit back and forth and shit. But Ghost had so many fucking like just song, like not necessarily songs that he did with other people, but he had such a array of shit. Like it was just like, oh man, I forgot about that
Yeah,
song.
yeah,
Oh
like the
man, I
one
forgot about that shit.
with him and Beyonce. Like I remember
Yeah,
forgot
summertime. Like
about that one.
I forgot he had a joint with
Yeah.
Beyonce. I forgot he had a joint with Beyonce. So like he's basically royalty with the shit. And then they started doing once they started going into that R&B lane, which is what a lot of people kind of like know them for, like especially with the Jodeci remix. And then they did the shit with Tiana Taylor, but they had slow
hmm
songs they own, like the Never Be the Same Again, the
hmm
whole, man, like they just had all of them slow shits, man. They had them, and they had them, you know what I'm saying, like, and they had them a lot. They had them by a lot. So
Yeah,
it was just an amazing, you know what I'm saying, thing. And I'm glad like they recorded it and put it up on Facebook so that you could watch it again, and you know what I'm saying, just like kind of relive the shit all over again if you wanted to, because
yeah. Because I
it
think I
was,
want to go back and rewatch that again because it was I like especially based off the last one because the previous one was what Keisha Cole and Ashanti. So yeah, that face. So that was a great comeback after that one. You know what I'm saying? And I just saw online today. So there's two more lined up. So there's one they have Isley Brothers against Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, yeah.
Right. And then they
the
have
motherfucker SWV versus
SWV
goddamn
Escape. I'm there
Escape.
for it. I'm there for it.
Boy,
I'm
I
so
can't
there
wait
for
to
it.
see them motherfuckers thing,
Yeah.
boy. I can't wait to see it. I can't, man. Love to see it, man. I can't wait to see it. I think it's gonna be some shit.
Yeah.
Like, man, I can't believe they got all of them girls from Escape. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
cause
Yeah.
like, not for nothing, but they all got their own shit going on. Like, they don't need to do it. They still kind of active and shit.
Especially Tiny, like.
Yeah, she active, but Candy still writing and shit for people, and she's still on
Candy,
TV.
she has a super busy schedule, but you know, with them allegations with P.I. and Tiny, you know.
Man, that ain't shit compared to
I'm just saying.
that ain't shit compared to what they doing to my man down there in Texas, boy. That quarterback down there. You don't know nothing about that, huh?
Who?
Oh man, Deshaun Watson, man. Like he like I want to say last week, like 3 women came and said that he had sexually assaulted them. So then after them 3, another 6 came. Then another 5 came.
Oh wow.
Like it's like 17 women that are suing him for harassment, sexual harassment, assault and sexual harassment shit. And then they said that the last one to get on the thing, hers happened this year. Like hers happened like within the last couple of months or so. Huh?
Oh wow. So it was really recent.
Yeah, so it was recent. So my thing, and I'm glad we kind of segued into this or whatever, because I really do want to ask your opinion about it. And this is a real touchy subject, so I don't. You gotta forgive me if I'm ignorant about something, but it would seem to me if it was really about justice, that they would have went to the police. Like they would have had charges brought up against them. Like you get 17 people to say that yes, we should all sue him. Why can't those same 17 people say yeah, like to a bench, to the bench sergeant or whatever, like, yeah, man, this dude assaulted me, and this is what happened, and da 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 da. It, in my opinion, it does not help credibility for future victims if the first action is to sue instead of press charges. So I'm just asking you, like, why is that the case? Why is it that the lawsuit will come before the criminal charges, especially in a case where this happened fairly recently?
Well, in a lot of cases, you never really know like what happens after that actual act. Like maybe there's a threat happening, or who knows. But with actual rape victims, or people that have been sexually assaulted in that manner, sometimes they're maybe too scared to speak out, and sometimes they go through bouts of depression, and it's a lot of things that goes along with it. And sometimes that shit is just swept under the rug. But and sometimes it may be months and weeks and years before something is even said. And that's just how it is. So it's like I don't really have a whole answer as to why. But when these things happen, same as with the T.I. and Tiny thing, it's like it's how many women now that's coming. It took one person to speak up, and now you have 15 other women that's speaking up and saying, "Oh yeah, they did this to me too." It just happens like that. So whether it's right or wrong or indifferent or whatever, that's just how it happens.
Okay, so in in an off chance that he didn't do this, what happens to these? What is it? Is there a precedent that shows, uh, or where like a high profile person or anybody, fuck it, anybody that has been like publicly accused of assault or rape or sexual assault or sexual harassment, and then those claims end up being unfounded? Are there any consequences behind um, uh, a victim filing a false civil claim? Like
Mhm.
I know that there's penalties for filing false police reports. You know what I'm saying? But those are for criminal activities. I haven't heard of that for a civil suit though. Like, so his
Yeah.
only recourse would be to sue him for libel or slander or some shit, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's been so many cases because if you look back into like Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying? Like the shit with Bill Cosby, that shit went back 30 and 40 years ago. Like,
Yeah, but that was a criminal case though. That was
yeah.
criminal. You know, these all of these are just lawsuits. Now, I don't want to diminish them by saying just, but these are lawsuits. These aren't criminal charges. So
Mhm.
if and the thing about a civil suit, I mean, I'm pretty sure you know about this, is that the burden is on the person that's being sued. It's not like it reverses. Like so, all the person that's all of the only thing that the person that's suing has to do is to show that there's a likelihood that they did the shit, and they'll win. Like the burden of proof is a whole lot different in a civil case than it is in a criminal case.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I got a daughter, so I would rather be able to just let her know that she could come forward with anything if she felt like she was
Absolutely.
assaulted or victimized or anything like that, because um I wouldn't want her to feel as if she would be judged or seen as a whole or anything like that, or that she would have to fear what it is that somebody else was doing or could
Hmm.
do behind what it is that she had to say. Because if the motherfucker did it, that motherfucker need to be locked up under the jail. Like if he did it, then lock his
Hmm.
ass up under the jail.
Absolutely.
But I think that in the cases where these guys are innocent or they did
Mhm.
not do this, like I just think that they need to go the Bo Jackson route and just sue motherfuckers for libel. Like just counter sue them for libel or slander and some shit. Because the only way that you can the only way that you can stop somebody from filing a false lawsuit is to show that there's some repercussions behind doing it. But at
Hmm.
the same time,
Hmm.
if that's the only way that a woman feels as if she can be heard or that she can seek some type of retribution behind what it is that was done to her, then I don't want to be the one to be proactively trying to remove that lane for her either. Like it's just a real, it fucking sucks. You know what I'm saying? That the guys are, and I was talking to somebody in on Facebook about it in the chat, because I just didn't I don't understand it. You know what I mean? And I would
Hmm.
rather get some knowledge on it, and and try to decipher it that way, with bouncing ideas and stuff off of women. Because talking to a dude about it, I'm not gonna get nowhere with it. Like, hell no, man, shit, bitches always this, that, and the third. Because that's often what the response is. Like, I think dudes are real quick to forget that they have a mother, or they got aunts, or they got daughters,
Sister, daughters. Yeah,
sisters, you know what I'm
absolutely.
saying, when that type of shit happens, because you don't want it to happen to none of your people, you know what I mean? But when
Hmm.
it happens, I wanna make sure I'm in the best position possible to support whatever it is that they're going through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, everybody has to be accountable for what it is that they do. So if you lying about some shit, you should be held accountable for it. And if there's no, I don't really feel as if there's an equal recourse to make sure that, man, if you coming forward, man, you need to be making sure that you're telling the truth. Like, you need to be positive about what it is that you're saying, because what you're doing has to, if lying, you could possibly ruin somebody's life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, excuse me, and watching like some of my ratchet reality TV, like I was watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, and there was that, it ended up being a lie, but it was that claim where Candy of Escape so-called had this sex dungeon and was supposedly trying to take somebody down there and drug them and rape them and shit, and it turned out to be a lie. But just the fact that one little lie can fuck up your whole shit, you know what I'm saying? So just one person saying this lie can now turn into allegations and investigation and so much more, and it can fuck up your whole career. It could fuck up your whole livelihood behind one lie. You know what I'm saying? So it's and it's just crazy. But it's like at the end of the day, like in when that kind of shit happens, we've had so many people like with excuse me with uncles in the family or shit that's happened, it just gets swept under the rug. And a lot of times shit may not come out until years and years later because your mom maybe didn't believe you, or maybe you just didn't have the courage enough to say it when it happened, or what I'm saying. It's a lot of things behind it, so we can. I mean, that's a subject we can really dive like super deep into, but it's a lot of things behind it. But with celebrities, yeah, it's a little bit different too because yeah, you do have your cases where people are just in it or looking to jump on a lawsuit for the money. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot that goes into it, and it's a lot that needs to be investigated too because some people are just looking for the money, and sometimes shit is really true. So you never know.
Yeah, I don't like assuming, and
Right.
I would rather everybody be treated as if they were innocent before proven guilty in all things. But what I was being told by this friend of mine was that uh, it's harder for it to be done that way with sexual assault cases because um, of the abuse that women have to go through and the stigma that's attached to women that file uh, charges against men for rape or sexual assault or sexual harassment. Like it's their fault. What was they wearing? What did they say to them? What time was it? Why was you over there at that time? This, that, and the third, and all those other type of bullshit reasons.
Oh,
So
absolutely. Yeah.
I, I did understand where it was that she was coming from with that. It's just like we still have to collectively do a lot better with protecting our women, educating our men as far as letting them know like no really does mean fucking
No
no.
means
Like
no.
just
Absolutely.
because you got some money don't mean that you can grab an ass. You know what I'm saying? But when you had a fucking president for 4 years that was telling motherfuckers, man, just grab them by the pussy and shit,
Yeah.
it becomes that much harder
Hmm.
to teach a motherfucker that no, man, it's not like that. Even though people voted for him and put him in a position of authority, doesn't mean that he's the moral authority on anything. You know what I mean? So it's just tough, and it seems like, man, shit. Not to stay down the not to stay down the Debbie Downer train or whatever, but it seemed like ever since he left, shit then got back to normal or whatever. Motherfuckers are starting to shoot again and shit. Like, did you see this shit out there in Colorado?
No.
Oh my god, man! This dude went into a grocery store with an assault rifle and killed 10 people, including the cop.
Oh wait, is that the guy that killed the eight Asian people?
No, that was in Atlanta.
Okay.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like this happened in Colorado, I want to say two
Okay.
days ago. And then the shit in Atlanta happened over the weekend, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like back to back, like,
Mm-hmm.
and in both cases, like you got cops on the like in front of that podium doing the press conference talking about these dudes had a bad day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like one of the dudes was white, and the other dude was he was Muslim. I think he was from Pakistan or somewhere in the Middle East, Syria. He was from Syria. He was Syrian, and he had been bullied, and it said he was bullied, and he had mental health issues and things
Mm-hmm.
like that. Then a dude in Atlanta, he shot motherfuckers because he said he had a sex addiction, and the nail salons was facilitating it. Was making him feel like he couldn't get away from it's like the bullshit reasons that people come up with to kill all of these to kill people in mass are ridiculous, man. And then they turn around and they have to have a discussion about outlawing assault rifles. And my only thing about it is, what the fuck do you need it for? Like,
Mm-hmm.
people say like, well, it's my right. I had a right to bear arms. I had a right to protect my household, and
Right.
yes, I get that. I really do understand that. Like the Second Amendment was written because motherfuckers was finna break from a government, and they needed to make sure that it was legal for their residents to have
Mm-hmm.
a gun to fight the motherfuckers that they was trying to break away from. So that kind of makes sense to me. But when a lot of these people are saying like, well, I have them for sport. Um, I shoot them in gun ranges. I have them because, like, well, I'm a sportsman. I hunt or things like that. But like most of the hunters that I know, like they use like single shot bolt action rifles, or they'll use uh what you call it, bow and arrows. You know what I'm saying? They use stuff like that. They don't use a semi-automatic assault rifle. They don't use
Right.
fully automatic uh, light machine guns. You know what I'm saying? They don't use
Mm-hmm.
that type of shit to hunt. You know what I mean? So with the with the debates going back and forth about this shit, I just don't understand it. Like I get like, cause you a firearm owner, like you own weapons and shit. You got whatever gun it is that you feel you could pick up quick and get a motherfucker to stop doing what the fuck they do. Right? So
Right.
I don't think that you doing all of this or you pulling it around or some shit is conducive to you getting some shit done quickly. Now it is conducive to you as soon as you get it up there, spraying a bunch of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But like as far as just protecting your house, I don't think anybody needs an assault rifle to simply protect their house.
No, you don't. You really don't. That's not needed. But um, shotguns and rifles, like that's easier to get your hands on versus just a simple handgun. You know what I'm saying? So like
Wait,
that.
what?
No, I'm saying like you can go get like like they were saying the shit that they sell in Walmart. You can go get like a they may consider it a hunting gun or whatever, some shit like that from Walmart. But it's like if I go to uh like I say
Gun
like that
show?
like a gun show or something like that, you can buy something, but you still have to have the criminal background ran and all of that shit. Like I have my conceal and carry, so I can still walk into somewhere and try to purchase something, but they still gonna run my background even with the conceal and carry here in Florida. So that's just how it works.
Yeah, but the thing is that there aren't any universal laws. So
Hmm.
like the
Every state is
universal,
different.
they're everything different, and it differs by state and it differs by county. Like you
Hmm.
can, there are some states and counties where you don't need a background check. You can purchase and pick up the same day. You know what I'm saying? Like you could buy it and take it home the same day and shit, like you was buying a couch. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
like there's nothing to prevent somebody from there's nothing that's preventing somebody that has either a history of mental illness or a temporary moment of insanity from buying a gun and going to blow somebody fucking brains out the same day. You know what I mean? Like, at least if you put a pause on it so that you can read into a motherfucker, you can find out, okay, this motherfucker ain't likely to do this shit. You can find that out. If you're not even gonna take that pause and you just gonna let a motherfucker take the shit out the stove, like, anything can
Yeah.
happen. But that's with anything. Like, you gotta have a license to drive a car off a lot. You know what I mean? Like, you have to demonstrate that you know what the fuck you doing with this car before you can just take it out of here. Like, it's a lot of dealerships won't let you buy a car off a lot if you don't have a license. So, and then it's even more that won't let you drive off without insurance. So it's just certain shit that are buffers between bullshit. Like, that's really all it is. And I saw one of the debates, that Ted Cruz was having, the senator from Texas, motherfucker that went to Puerto Rico and shit when when everything was snowed in and shit. He was saying that, well, he went to Mexico. What he was saying was that you don't stop people from buying guns. You stop the criminals. Like, you have to stop the criminals. You don't stop the guns. You stop the criminals. So it was retarded because of this. Like, if you don't want to ban the assault rifles, but you also won't vote for universal background checks. So how the fuck is it supposed to happen? Like, how do you stop somebody from committing? How do you stop somebody from being mental? How do you stop somebody that's mentally ill from purchasing a high powered, weapon, since they're available, if you don't put a buffer in there to at least allow for somebody to check on their background to see if they qualify for ownership? I don't get that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, like now you can literally go on websites and purchase guns. Like it's just so easy now. It's really easy. So it's just ridiculous. But at the end of the day, like that's what all of this should have been in the news for, like tightening up these gun laws and everything, because every state is different. So it's just crazy. But I mean, I have my conceal and carry. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna renew it. I'm gonna all of that shit, because at the end of the day, I just feel like I need a fighting chance. Like if something happens, I need a fighting chance. And I'm a notary, and part of my business is that I have to go into people's homes. And it was just a discussion about this in one of the groups, the notary groups that I'm in on Facebook, is saying that do you alert your customers, your clients, and let them know that you're entering their home with a firearm? No. No, I'm not going to say beforehand, like, hey, sir, yeah, I'm coming here. We're going to do this transaction, but I'm going to have a gun in my purse. You know what I'm saying? Like, who does that? Who does that? But at the end of the day, like, I'm a single woman. I'm here by myself. I'm entering a house. I don't know what I'm entering into, but I need to have a fighting chance.
Yeah, I'm all for keeping something big enough to keep a motherfucker up off you. It's just that whole assault rifle shit, like you prepping for war, ain't nobody to fight. I don't understand that shit.
Yeah, no, that's some different level type shit. Like for me, it's like I don't need to have a whole selection full of shit. Just give me one or two, and I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I don't
It's too many motherfuckers watching John Wick around this motherfucker, man.
absolutely, and I do love that movie, by
Hell yeah! I just saw
the way.
three. I just saw three the other day.
Really?
Yeah, because it wasn't free. You know what I'm saying? Like, I pay a lot of money in streaming services. Like, I pay a lot
Yeah.
of bread each month in streaming services. Like, I fucked around and, like, I watch Star Trek and shit, right? So I got the
Mm-hmm.
CBS. Well, not CBS. Yeah, was it CBS? No, I had CBS, and then they changed the name to Paramount Plus, So I was trying
Okay.
that shit out and fucked around and forgot. Like fucked around and forgot I was trying the 7-day trial and they charged me for the whole year. So
Oh
they
shit.
billed me for the whole year. So I got that shit. Then I got the monthly charges for Amazon Prime Video. So I got Prime
Mm-hmm.
Video. Then I got the Stars channel on that shit. So that's an extra charge. Then I got Netflix. Then I got
So
Hulu.
speaking of Amazon Prime, what did you think of Coming to America 2?
That shit was hilarious.
Listen, it was so many people on Facebook and shit saying, "Oh, what shit, I didn't like it." Listen, I liked it. I liked
Shit, it was
it.
funny. Like I think too many people was trying to recapture their childhood, or was saying, well, you shouldn't fuck with it because it's this, that, and the third. But it's a lot of
Nah.
people. It's a lot of people that I mean that, and I'm one of them. Like I'm open to like y'all telling another story, and y'all touching on some shit in the past, or y'all bringing some characters back and shit like that,
Yeah.
and just it's something new. As long as the shit is funny, like it don't have to
Yeah.
be.
Now I'm not gonna lie. Like for me, with getting that storyline of okay, I have a bastard son, as they call it in the movie. I have a bastard son in Queens. Like it's like, okay, wait a minute. So did nobody think about getting the like in my logical mind, I'm like, okay, so there's no DNA testing, like we yeah. But overall, I liked the movie. It was funny as shit. I watched it twice. I watched it once by myself and then I watched it with the kids. But I liked the movie.
Yeah, it was funny. You know what I mean? I liked it for what it was, and it was just a feel good funny movie. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
what it was. But what I was back to what it was that I was saying, like I pay for a lot of fucking streaming services. So
Mm-hmm.
the idea of me paying to have to watch John Wick 3, it was fucking with me. I was because I'm like, man, you mean to tell me I got like 4 different services where this shit is on, this shit could be on, and ain't nobody got it. Like I gotta pay for it. So and it wasn't shit but like $2.99 or some shit like
Mm-hmm.
that. Like I just to rent it, you know what I'm saying? It was like $2.99. I just didn't want to pay that fucking $3. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to pay that fucking $4. That shit got down to $1.99. I was like, okay, cool. I'll go ahead and get it now. So
Yeah.
I watched that shit, and Halle Berry was kicking motherfuckers' asses. The motherfucking dogs was biting the shit out of motherfuckers and shit. I instantly I'm like, man, I got to get me a German Shepherd. That's what you need. That's what you need. You need a German Shepherd. You don't need no pit
Oh
bull.
my gosh.
You don't need no Rottweiler. You don't what the Dobermans. You don't need no Doberman, man. What you need is a German Shepherd. That's
A
what you
German
need. You need one
Shepherd.
of them German
Yeah.
Shepherds, man. Them well trained, beautiful motherfuckers, man. They was kicking ass, man.
They was
Motherfuckers was
fucking
biting
shit
people
up.
dicks off and shit. Man, people was getting shot in the face. They still gnawing on their arms and shit like ain't no quit in them. Like, man, motherfucker just bite your ass up until
Don't
you
stop,
call their
get it,
name.
get it.
Boy, I'm like, man, but they hairy and shit. I don't really want to deal with all that fucking loose hair and shit, man. I don't want
Yeah.
to deal with that shit. Them off, man, please, man. Them motherfuckers is where it's at. If I get a spot where if I rip up the carpet and this shit, and I redo the hardwood floors or whatever, I do that
Hmm.
shit. I might consider it. You know what I'm saying? I might consider it.
Okay.
But with carpet, no, I'm not. No, I'm
Yeah,
not
I
doing.
know you've been in the market for a dog for a
Been
while.
trying to, man. I've been looking for a dog for 6, 7 months, man.
Hmm.
I miss Tucker, man. Tucker was the shit,
Yeah,
man.
Tucker was everything.
Tucker was the shit. That little motherfucker was crazy. That little motherfucker was crazy. Yeah, I had a very exciting and eventful summer in quarantine. Cause that motherfucker was going after squirrels, little motherfucker Pomeranians. Your motherfucker, that man, your dog better stay the fuck over there. Like I'm telling you, Tucker was gonna eat your motherfucking ass, man. Shit.
Right? Tucker ain't played no motherfucking games. I was with it.
Man, shit, I was with it too. I was just trying to teach that motherfucker how to chill, man. Shit, he was just getting there too, man. He was just getting to the point where he could
Yeah.
chill. Motherfucker had to go, man. Shit, but it
Uh,
is what it is. What else you got,
yeah.
V?
Well, that's all that's on my list. But let's not forget somebody got a birthday coming up in a couple days.
Yes, I do. God damn it. Yes, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm not even. I ain't gonna even be thirsty and talk about the cash app or none of that shit. I
Yeah,
think that's. I
no,
think that's some
don't do that.
thirsty. I
Don't do
think
that.
that's some broke, thirsty shit. You motherfuckers is putting y'all cash app on social media and shit, like talking about bless you. Man, you
Nah,
ain't sneeze.
son.
I don't understand that shit, man. I think it's glorified begging. I think it's
It
man. I
is.
just think
It
it's
is.
glorified begging.
It
Like it,
is. It
if you're
is.
not providing the service or nothing, you know what I'm saying. You just got your cash app up, like fam, you begging. You know what I'm saying? That's like a step way below the money trees. You remember the money trees the motherfuckers used to have?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I could get that, you know what I'm saying? You want to give a motherfucker, put $1 on somebody's money tree or some shit. I stopped liking them motherfuckers when I was like 20, I think I was 22, 23. I went to this bar over there on 70, I was on 75th and Union. I was on 70, I ain't gonna never forget this shit. I was on 75th and Union. And I went to this hole in the wall or whatever with one of the guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I think his cousin was having a birthday party. So she was in there, whatever, and shit. You know how Inglewood girls party, you know what I'm saying? So they had she was in there with her girls or whatever, and everybody was having a good time and shit. And she just walked up to me and was like, "You ain't gonna put no money on my tree?" I was like, "Money for what? Like what you talking about? I don't know you." She was like, "Well, ain't you here from out of town?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm here from out of town." She's like, "Well, I know you got some money. If you here from out of town, why don't you put some money on my tree?" I'm not putting no money on your fucking tree, man. You want to drink or something? Like I'm not just finna put man. Fuck all of that, man. Like man, like I just got a problem with that shit, man. Like man, come on, man, because ain't nobody gonna give me shit. Like it don't matter how well I dress. It don't matter what day of the week it is, what year. You know what I'm saying? I can't just ask a motherfucker for no cash. You know what I'm saying? And the idea that you know what I'm saying? That, man, it's y'all. You know what I'm saying? The idea that women just put their fucking cash app up, like, go ahead and bless me. I said, for what? Like, for breathing? Like, I don't understand that shit.
Yeah, no, I don't. I've never put my cash app up like, go ahead and make my cash app sing. Like, no, listen, you know what I'm saying? If you rock with me, you rock with me. If you don't, you don't. Like, I'm not about to be out here begging for you to, send me birthday money. Like, no, I'm good. I've already purchased whatever I wanted to purchase for myself. You know what I'm saying? If you want to feel free to do anything else, but I'm not putting no cash app up. No. Huh?
Man, it just seems so cheap to me, man. Just you man, it just seems so cheap to me. Like, oh man, like you know these motherfuckers don't give a fuck about you. So you want them to give you a couple of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know you well enough to be able to get you a gift. If they knew you well enough to get you a gift, they wouldn't buy you shit. So at least a motherfucker give you $2-3 and shit, man. Fuck all of that, man. I'm just not with it. You know what I'm saying? That unnecessary begging and shit. I'm just not with it.
I
But
know.
that's not what they call it though. I don't know what the fuck they call it. You know what I'm saying? Where it's what that trend is where putting your cash app up on the thing for birthdays or shit like that. But that cash app on social media is
Hmm.
right up there with me. To me, is right up there with starting GoFundMe's
Oh gosh.
for stupid shit.
Yeah,
Like
last
with,
night.
with
Oh
like
my.
didn't y'all have some motherfuckers all them broads. Oh my god, I had almost forgot about them motherfuckers. The motherfuckers in the All-Star game.
Oh
The
my
All-Star
gosh.
game weekend that was sleeping in the
How
U-Haul
could I
van.
forget? Oh my gosh. Y'all going up there buying one-way fucking tickets.
Oh my
Can't
god.
get the fuck back home. Like, who does this shit?
And man, Joe, like you mean to tell me, and it was a bunch of them just starting GoFundMe's for ticket money
Just so you could get back home. So you
to get
went up there with the expectation of you was gonna meet you a baller or somebody that had money, and you was just gonna be straight for the rest of your life. And then when it didn't work out that way, now you know. Put some
But I
money on
don't
my
even
GoFundMe.
understand. I don't even understand where you would get that train of thought from, because the mayor told y'all to stay your ass at home.
First
So
of all,
first of all, so they wasn't opening shit up. You couldn't go to the game. So it was a television only event. So and then the players had to immediately quarantine after the fucking game. So it wasn't even like you was gonna hang out with them at a club or some shit. Like they was in and fucking out. Like they had to go. So I don't understand like what that whole fucking what the point of that shit was. Like it was the horror stories that was coming out of Atlanta because strippers was going down there in order to like guests at a club and shit and getting ganked for their money or getting, you know what I'm saying, like getting underpaid or not, you know what I'm saying, not making a cut and shit. And motherfuckers spending more money to get there than they did than they made while they was there for 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Just stupid shit. Like I don't understand how your desire to get money out your judgment to the point where you not listening to people telling you like we not allowing anybody to have fucking all-star game parties. We tell them motherfuckers like do not advertise that shit. You cannot advertise like that. They tell them motherfuckers this shit.
but you want to know who came up like a motherfucker All-Star Weekend? The thieves and the crooks.
Oh, them motherfuckers had a field day.
Man, it was so many reports, cars getting broken into, rims getting stolen off of cars. You come outside, your shit sitting on bricks. You know what I'm saying? It was, man, they had a
Break it
field
down to your brake pads, boy.
day.
Oh my gosh, he broke me down in front of the police station.
Oh my gosh. Like it's like all the thieves and the crooks had a meeting, like, okay, this finna be our weekend. You know what I'm
It
saying?
was they didn't even need to have a meeting. All they had to do was just turn on fucking Facebook or turn on fucking Instagram because the shit was everywhere. It was like we getting
Yeah.
ready to go, we doing this, we could doing that. But shout out to them motherfuckers that was sleeping in that U-Haul van. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know who they mamas is, who they daddies was.
Oh
I
my
don't know none of that
gosh.
shit. But all y'all kids suck. Like you motherfuckers suck as parents, man. Your babies went down there and fucking you it was sleeping in the back of fucking storage for oh my God. That shit was so fucking funny. Like and they just broadcasting it like, man, it was some of the funniest shit ever. And it's sad at the same time because you like, man, y'all don't even realize what y'all doing. Like y'all you guys are committing larceny right now. Like what the fuck are y'all doing? Like why are you advertising that you're doing this shit? Like this you just cross state lines. It's a federal crime. What the fuck are y'all doing? Like who raised? How do y'all not know this shit?
Who
Like
raised
oh my
you?
God, oh my God. Like one motherfucker said that they had rented a U-Haul to move. That's what they told these people, that they had rented a U-Haul to move, and they lived in Michigan,
Oh my God.
and the mileage that they put on this fucking van to go to fucking Atlanta was like fam, and they don't have like they don't have any idea what the fuck this van is. Like you were supposed to return this motherfucker at such and such time, and you just left it in a fucking parking lot some motherfucking well. Like that's okay. Like fam, they finna report that shit stolen, and you the last one with it. They finna come and get what the fuck are y'all doing? Like it was just nutty shit going on. It was just nutty shit going on. Like just nutty shit. Like I couldn't wrap my mind around a bunch of y'all went down there with no way to get home. I could not wrap my mind
I
around that shit.
still can't.
Like you niggas lying. Y'all lying, man. Motherfuckers got way home. This is a scam. And it
Oh,
was a couple
that's
of them that
not
was
lying.
scamming. There was a couple of them that was scams.
It
But for the
was.
most part, them motherfuckers didn't have a way home. Could not believe it. Then I'm like, okay, y'all can't find a way home. What y'all need $1,500 for? So I started looking at the I'm like, man, ain't nobody traveling. Like, it's this fucking pandemic. You don't need $1,500. Wrong. Shit, motherfuckers trying to get up out of there from Atlanta. That weekend, they was paying $1,200-$1,500 for a ticket. So, okay, jump your ass on the bus. Bus, I know the bus ain't shit but $50. Shit, I don't give a fuck where you at.
The mega
I don't give a
bus.
fuck, where you at or where you going. That bus, $50.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was some crazy shit. Like that whole weekend, like seeing the post and it was just ridiculous. So yeah. Get your priorities together, people. Please.
Child plea, man. Like I just kind of reserve myself, like, because when we ended last season, with the riots and all of that other type of shit that had happened or whatever, and everything's just looking so like, damn, like, did 2020 even end? Like, this shit just seems like it just keeps going. And there was like a 2-week period where everything was cool, and then after that shit, you had the brawl with the fucking wood glue in her hand, shit. This
Gorilla
month,
glue.
oh my god, this motherfucker put wood glue in her hand, B. Like wood glue, like industrial strength wood glue, B. And but shout out to the doctor that did it for free, cause he finna get paid. Like, he checked the bag on that shit, cause he sold the process to the company. You know what I'm saying? So he checked the bag on that shit. But
it wasn't just her. Like even after
what you
her.
mean it wasn't just? Stop.
No, I'm not. I'm not. You took it there. You took it there. Okay, so even after her, there was homegirl that put the gorilla glue on her like private part areas, trying to wax it.
Get
And
the fuck out of here.
no,
That shit did not. That did
it
not
was a whole
happen.
video. It was a whole video. Yep.
Now, I knew about the dude that said that he was like they lying and shit. So he put that shit on his lip. I remember saying that. Like, why all of y'all black? That's what the fuck was making me mad. I'm like, man, why y'all keep doing this stupid shit? So you had that shit happen, and what the fuck happened earlier this month, man? Because that shit was February. Like that's what the fuck happened in February, and then you had all of this Kirk Franklin shit, and man, it's like, these motherfuckers just keep giving us material.
Yeah, they are. They are. But it's like even after her hair situation got fixed, I think she got somebody else. I don't know if it was something with her teeth or something. I'm not sure. But she got some other services performed by some other professional. I don't know. But yeah.
Then I found out she was 40 or
Well,
over
she was
40.
old enough to know better. Or should have known better.
I had motherfuckers asking me like, why was she like, where was that glue at? I'm like, fam, that shit ain't nowhere near cosmetics.
It was not in the health and beauty and hair section.
That shit ain't nowhere near cosmetics. that man, that shit is near nails. Like that's where that shit is at, man. Like, it's right next, it's you know where it's at? I'm gonna tell you exactly where it's at. It's you see it right before you get to the hammers. You see it right before you get to the hammers. But it's just past the super glue. Not the hair product glue. You know where the arts and crafts and shit is. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so like it's right by some construction paper. That's what that shit is. Fucking wood glue. That shit was right next to a 50-pack of fucking popsicle sticks, so your motherfucking ass could put together one of them fucking houses or something. That's where the fuck that shit was at. Like, like, just the fact that it was brown and orange and nothing in fucking cosmetics is brown. Why the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Why do you need to gel your fucking ponytail that tight to your motherfucking head?
It makes no sense. Like the only two and two that I can put together for that is yes, there is a gel hair product called Gorilla Glue.
But it's purple, ain't it?
Yeah, but it's in the hair section. It's not in the home improvement section. You know what I'm saying? So we talking about two totally different sections that's not even by each other. Like it's like hair, health, pharmacy. You got to go to the whole other side of the store to get the home improvement.
Way the fuck over there, son.
Like, way
Like you
over
gotta go way the fuck over there. And then, okay, and then all else fails. Let's say that they put the shit in the wrong section, right? And it's in the head section. Let's say somebody fucked up and put it in the head section. You didn't read the label. The label say wood. Like it say wood on the fucking label. It say wood. It says not for external use.
This is not meant to be put on your head, on your coochie, on
do
skin,
not
on body.
do not use on skin. If you have prolonged contact,
Nobody reads.
if you have prolonged contact of the skin, seek medical attention immediately. Like that's what this is. Immediately. That shit say seek medical attention immediately. Like what the fuck? Oh my god, that shit. I think I laughed for a week behind that shit. Like because it was just too fucking stupid. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. She did not just do this shit. She did not just do this shit. She really put wood glue on her head. Like, come on, man.
14.
And like motherfuckers was giving her bread. Like she set up a GoFundMe behind that shit and put up bread. Let my black ass put up a GoFundMe. I got to come up with a good GoFundMe. Nope, I gotta die. Because the only way somebody gonna put something with my name on it in a GoFundMe is to help bury me. Like that'll be the end of it. But I got burial insurance, so I don't even need the shit. Like it's just oh man, y'all get on my nerves, man. Y'all get on my y'all make me so sick. Like,
oh my gosh. Well,
y'all make me so sick.
Yeah, I'm over it too. But hey, nobody reads, and everybody wants attention on social media. And yeah, there was a whole video of a homegirl that was trying to wax herself with a rug on her coochie. Yeah. So
why would you even use glue as wax? That's
just let it go, fam. Let it go. Just
well, clearly, she couldn't. That glue didn't let go of shit. I tell you that shit right now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, just let it go. So, okay. So Sam's birthday is coming up. No GoFundMe. No cash out. We ain't on that. We ain't on that here. You know what I'm saying? Not here. So, but feel free to send Sam some good birthday wishes, birthday shout outs or whatever on the gram, Lonely in Theories podcast on Instagram.
I take all of those and I say thank you. I say thank you. I'm not one of them motherfuckers to just be looking for the shit so I can screenshot it and show motherfuckers later. I'll say thank you. I'll say I did try to get some tickets though. Did try to get some tickets to open the day. I got an email to let me know that they was gonna go on sale this morning at 10 o'clock. So I'm sitting up there waiting. I'm waiting. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get these tickets. So I get there, go to the official site. They sold out. So well, go to StubHub. So I'm pretty sure you ain't never been to Wrigley Field, right?
No.
Okay. So Wrigley Field has what's called restricted view seating. So Wrigley is the second oldest ballpark in the league. So they have beams in front of seats in some sections.
Okay.
Yes, beams, my nigga. Concrete, steel, and or steel beams. You know what I'm saying? So you can't see around these motherfuckers. And sometimes they are in front of a seat. So I'm
Okay.
looking at the available seats, and all of them is in the restricted view section. Like all of them got beams every fucking while, which ain't a big deal. I'm like, okay, well, I just kind of want to go to opening day. It'll be fun to do. They only selling them in bundles, so it was like three to six ticket bundles, and they wanted $127 a ticket for these bundles to not be able to see the game. I was like, listen, man, I'm not paying for an experience. Like I actually go to watch the game, so that won't be happening. But I canceled my cable. Got this shit called T uh T Vision through T-Mobile, and
Okay.
that gave me all of the channels that I couldn't get through my cable provider. So all of the NBC Chicago's and all of the other types. I've been watching Blackhawk games, been watching all the Bulls games,
Okay.
and then I get to watch the Cubs again. So I get the Cubs games again. So
All right,
happy
Tina.
about that.
Okay.
Happy about that. But enough of that. Wanted to make sure that y'all knew that we are gonna start back with the giveaways that we were doing last season as well. So this season we'll be featuring what we have to offer. So there'll be different products from Venus's store. I have beard and body butter business that I'll be launching shortly. Actually, in a matter of days. So make sure that you check back with us on Facebook and on our Instagram page.
That
We'll
part.
be giving out details as far as to where you can shop with us, and also what will be included in the package. I have some interesting things. I got some shirts. Let me show y'all.
Show off the shirts.
Yeah, I got shirts. Try to find one that's open. So I have to check the quality. Pretty big this shit before I got on this one.
What you got? What you got? Okay. I love it. All one time for the Scully. Yes. Yay.
Yeah, sorry, I knocked my mic out, but just stay like the shirts that I put up. Those would be. I'm gonna try to package away so that we can get those given away, and then just stay tuned to the Facebook page and the Instagram page so that when we launch, you can be in the know to know where to find our products and also to get more background about our companies.
Absolutely. Yeah, so stay tuned. So you're definitely going to get some more information on God's beard and body butters, which I do personally use myself. Shout out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Repeat customer.
Repeat customer. I use it. The grandbaby uses it. I use it. So yeah, good shit. And then I have Divine Soul Shop online metaphysical store. So lots of products you can get there. So stay tuned. We're gonna be raffling off some shit. So please stay tuned for that. We love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in to season 2 of Low End Theories podcast.
That's what's up, man. So peace, y'all. We'll see y'all next week.
All right. Peace and blessings.